I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here. Use this.
Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high. Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed. I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Legacy. Turn the corner. Meanwhile, the crystal roll delicious.
This way, Your Grace.
doing? I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbrec included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals. And yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
Meanwhile, Randela, the Dominican Republic. a
The army's
a
attempt to
ministry of
breach
war.
the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. The looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbrek in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Grieger, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
After the storm. Ah, meu coisa, fica fixe. Parkour! Parkour!
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid? You cracked another crystal?
Chega todo nível aqui. Agora vejo isso. Nível 28. 28. Oh.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. Then the only way past them is through them.
Era só pra ver.
The fires of freedom sweep the land, set holy ground to flame, and frozen hearts to soften start, released from frost's cruel claim.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece.
Oh my god.
Once you get over the urge to gag, that is.
All right, Sid.
Farewell, Drake's breath! Oh, hell, Sid!
My knowledge is yours. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Here's a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
The Holy Order of Shields of the Blackened opinion, Jesus. The official name of the Order of Knights established in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, who persecute and purge bearers and those who shield them, commonly known as the Black Shields after the color of their armor, a hue seemingly chosen to differentiate this new elite order from the silver-clad dragoons. Unlike the heroic dragoons, however, they are feared and loaded throughout the Imperial Province. Kreak the capital city of Harmanam, or the Iron Kingdom, located on a boiling sea island of Ironholm, several hundred leagues off the western coast of Rosaria. Its name means Charred Rock in Aernami tongue. Drake's Eye, a mother crystal which stood in the frozen wastes of northern Stormlands, now storm on a blight. Soon after the mother first fell, the tribes of the north, in a bit of desperation, marched south into Rosaria. Shiva's dominant as their foe. A terrible battle ensued in which fire was pitted against fire, but eventually the Phoenix and the Ducal army succeeded in driving back the invaders for a time.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
The Iron Kingdom, an island nation situated off the west coast of Storm, which its capital at Logist. In the year 878, its mother crystal Drake's Breath was destroyed in an attack launched by Sid the Outlaw. The loss of the crystal and the patriarchship of the priests who served it plunged the kingdom into chaos, leaving this monarchy waiting for a leader beyond its politically impotent royalty. Drake's Breath, a mother crystal at once commanded the waters between Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom. After centuries of bitter conflict, the Iron Blood took control of the crystal and the island upon which it stood. That is, until the year 878, when the sacred spire was brought crashing down by none other than Sid the Outlaw. Marlene. Born in the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, Marlene was kidnapped by the Iron Blood during her invasion 18 years before and taken back to the island of Drustanus, where she was forced to serve as a handmaiden for the priests of the Crystalline Orthodox. There she met the young Jill Warwick and took her under her wing, caring for the terrified child as if she were the mother Jill never knew. High Priest Himeran, patriarch of the Crystalline Orthodox, a zealous believer in Orthodoxy's teachings that bearers and the Omnants are unclean creatures born of sin, he conducted the sacrificial slaughter of bearers, claiming that he was merely cleansing from them of the corruption, slain by Jill Warwick on her return to the Iron Kingdom in answer not only for the crimes he committed, but those he forced her to commit in the name of his crusade. August, a veteran curse-breaker who often leads his own team on bearer-liberating forays. He also shares his wisdom and experience with Cole in assembling new units and training new recruits. One of Blackthorn's few close friends who shares the smith's fondness for a tankard or two. Indeed, when August isn't on a mission, he can most often be found supping an ale and swiping a story in a hideaway tavern. Yivan, a freed Imperial bearer. After the wounds he suffered in his escape were healed, he began a new life in a hideaway, working in a kitchen. Through this, he encountered a good book entitled Valicia, a culinary pilgrimage, which inspired in him a passion for making meat of monsters, literally. Annabella Lesage, Empress of the Holy Empire of Sabrak, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria before she betrayed the nation and gifted it to the Empire. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with a bargained remarriage to Emperor Sylvestre, the birth of Prince Oliver, and a return to rule over Rosaria as vicereine. Nossa, eu tô muito cego, what? Ah, tá aqui. Olivier Lesage, second son of the Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sabrak and third of Empress Annabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Diane and Clive. His mother has involved them in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. Randela, capital of the Tolmekian Republic. It is a thriving hub of commerce where merchants and traders gather from across Valencia. Its streets bustle with life even late into the night when the twinkle of countless lanterns illuminates the landscape. The nation's affairs are managed from the Ministry of Law in the heart of the city, wherein sits the Parliament of Ministers. The fall of Drake's Breath. The mother crystal Drake's Breath, held by the Iron Kingdom since before the fall of the Duchy of Rosaria, was destroyed in the year 878. When its heart was shattered, the ensuing destruction took with it not just Mount Drotunus, but the entire Isle of Benin Leolad. Imran, patriarch of the faith known as the Crystalline Orthodoxy, was also killed in the attack. Mount Drotunus, a solitary volcanic isle rising from a brutal and unforgiving sea, known in Iron Blood tongue as Berin Leodal. It once was a province of Rosaria, but eventually fell to the Crusaders, who consider it both a gateway to the continent of Storm and, more importantly, the wellspring of their faith, the mother crystal known as Drake's Breath. The Crystal Road, a protected trade route designed to allow easy access to the crystalline dominion for travelers and merchants. An agreement between the nations safeguards the land around it, known as the Crystal Belt, from military encroachment, and as such, it features neither fortress nor checkpoints. However, in recent years, it has been overrun with refugees fleeing the Blight, an issue that has yet to be satisfactorily resolved. The Boiling Sea, the sea that lies between Rosaria's western coast and the distant isles of the Iron Kingdom. For centuries have the navies of the Duchy and the Crusade traded blows on these unnaturally tepid waters, which lap at the foot of the Mount Drotunus, home to the mother crystal of Drake's Breath. The Bestiary. Liquid flame, an ever-shifting mass of living flame that rose from the fiery pools of Drake's Breath in what appeared to be a response to an unwarranted trespass into the mother crystal's inner sanctum. Possessed with both the swiftness and temper of an untamed wildfire, the creature rained fury down upon the intruders, wielding a molten lifeblood of sacred Mount Dotimus like it were but fistfuls of mud. Griffins, fantastical abominations of nature upon which the crown and wings of an eagle have been fused to the legs and loins of a ferocious land cat. They hunt their prey on high, circling a victim unseen before ending at terrible speeds, claw first to tear its throat. Should the prey prove more formidable, griffins have also been known to call upon the very winds to both slice and suffocate the quarry. Fortunately, these predators rarely descend from their mountain lairs, and sightings are few and far between. Flan, massive amorphous beings capable of bending and distorting their gelatinous forms into almost any shape imaginable, making them not only notoriously difficult to find but also entirely impossible to kill. as most guts merely melt back into the existing flesh within the matter of moments. These creatures can be found in all corners of Valencia, though their heightened sensitivity to substances. Okay.
You are always welcome, Clive. How
See,
good it is to see you,
ask
Clive.
about Drake's breath.
So, it is done.
A feat 5 long years in the making. With the Mother Crystal's final cry, a legacy is passed from one onslaught to the
The
next.
tale is far from over.
And though we cannot know it will end in triumph or tragedy, I only pray that I am there to bear witness.
May the winds of fortune carry you far.
Witness!
Farewell, Drake's breath! All hail Sid the Outlaw!
What are you selling?
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
What a pat on the back to... Want a pat on the back to you? Well, I suppose you deserve one. Just don't let it go to your
What
head.
I hear,
You'd have been lost without Jill, to say nothing of yours truly. It wasn't for me keeping you fed and kitted out, you neither of you have stood a chance. But fair's fair, you took the chance I gave you, and brought the whole bloody mountain down. Bet they aren't but could believe their eyes.
the poor buggers.
Just have to find some else to worship. Course, there's plenty of other folks in these fair isles who still reckon those rocks are worth more than their weight in diamonds. So you keep doing what you're doing and show them how wrong they are. It's kind they want to put their faith in, and as long as you keep coughing it up, my faith will stay with you.
Go on then.
Ooh, let's make the game easier.
It's better I'll be here.
Let's make the game even
It's rubbing me
easier.
blind, you know.
Jeez.
It's better I'll be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you? Is it business? Or you got out else?
What do you need? Must have been hot.
Fighting in the belly of that crack. I'd be work for you as a smith when you hung up the old sword, but I'm betting that won't be
I
for a
know how
while.
hard it can be.
Trying to fill another man's boots, but I reckon you've grown into seeds nicely. He'd be proud.
Not saying fortune, do you? No scratches, right? Should last you a good while. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. That it?
Nossa, agora tô ainda mais forte. I like to be more powerful. I hate it, but alright. Okay.
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid?
Our man in Dalamir mentioned... You'll be pleased to know we ain't heard a peep about the Iron Blood since you cracked their crystal. Hopefully revenge is the last thing on their minds right now.
Ask about hands. Did you know that with every found step you take, Kupo, every crystal cracked, every friend made, every enemy felt? The curse breakers are expanding their operations too, which means more bearers being freed and more slavers being punished, but it also means more billets for the board, Kupo. Okay.